That got hot fast. What y'all got going on over there? You see how that went? It went up so hot and then it went out quickly. So it feels like there's a change going on in the energy right now, right? Let's let it burn for a second. I just need to get a little bit more smoke. Okay, give y'all some. All right. And you see how there's like no smoke coming out of it? It's different. It's different. So you got some different going on. Maybe it's like, it feels like maybe the practices that you were using before to cleanse your energy aren't working the same. Or maybe there's something additional that you need to do in order to like clean up some of this energy that you're having, that you're going through right now. So we cleared a little bit as much as we could, and we're going to see where we go from here. I'm just going to... Just because the smoke was not as smoky as I wanted it to be, just want to make sure we're clearing. So we're just going to start with the sign. Just going to pull a card, see who needs to hear the message, which group. Nothing crazy. Okay, there's 2 signs on that. We got Aquarius and Pisces. So let's see what else we got. Aries. All right, we got Aries energy. And not only Aries energy, but the Emperor energy, right? So I still want to make a little mention of the King of Cups that came out. So this can possibly be someone that's in the background, someone that may have feelings for you, or someone that's kind of like, sometimes I see this like as like a guide, right? So this could be like a spirit guide that you have in the background that's just kind of like caring for you in a way that you can't really pick up on, but they're there. They're kind of in the background. But right now you might be in a very strong energy, embodying this Emperor, kind of like focused on structure, on business, just like focused on what your kingdom is, right? Like I always say, like whatever is the people, the lands, the location that you're like in charge of, right? The people that you assist financially, physically, whatever. So right now it's like you're in this boss energy. Excuse me. And that's normal for you, right? Because for Aries, you kind of like, that's your basically like your arcana. That's like your symbol. So let's find out a little bit more about what's going on. I'm just gonna grab an Alice card and I'm gonna mix it up a little bit and see what we got going on. Hope everyone's having a good morning or a good day, depending on when you see this. I didn't mention my name. I do this all the time. So my name is Erica, or I'll go by High Priestess E22. And I've been doing this for a little while. I really enjoy it, and I like giving messages. And I also need to thank my assistants on the other side for direct messages, interpretations, visions, and jokes. Because like we know already, they got jokes. So, one card got left behind. I'm assuming that's the one we need. So, we're going to take it. We got, we're all mad here. Isn't that the truth? We're all mad here. We're all crazy. It's fine. It's fine. You would not be here if you weren't, right? So we got, most people like to fit in. Most prefer the safe, predictable, and well, ordinary. Only we're all mad. There's not a person on this planet who does not have a little secret or a strange little something they have done or do. And yet on and on we go, all the time attempting to be normal. Hiding what makes you your very own self is robbing the world of your unique gifts. Embrace your eccentricities. Cultivate your own peculiar genius. I like that. I like that. So it's like everyone has their own quirks. I like to call them quirks that that they bring that are unique to you. And for some reason, I'm feeling like someone is stealing your quirks, right? That's so weird. I don't know why I got that. But it's like someone's stealing your quirks. Like the little things that you do that are very unique and authentic to you are being copied by someone else. But it's like that doesn't need to happen, right? If you're watching this and you're the copycat here, you don't need to do that because everyone has their own individual authentic things that draw people in. You just have to open the door and stop trying so hard to be quote unquote normal. Stop trying to cover up the realness about you. And a lot of times that's what's causing a lot of confusion in the world. It's because everyone is playing a part. Instead of being who they are, they want to be someone else. And you're never going to be able to master this avatar and this experience, specifically this time around, unless you're authentic with who you really are, what you really want, and pursue those things, right? You have to be this emperor, right? And sometimes the issue is that you don't get approval. It's kind of like what's happening in the Alice card, right? Sometimes people are trying so hard because they're not getting approval from the people around them because they're not behaving exactly the same way as they behave. This is where being an emperor is so important, right? Where you have to be the master, which means your approval, disapproval, all that has to come from here. You can't look on the outside, right? Because if you're the emperor, let's break this down, right? The emperor is the top. The emperor is the boss of everyone, right? When we look at this, the emperor in tarot is one who has mastered all four queens or kings, right? So you are the boss of the bosses, basically. I like that. Thank you. You're the boss of the bosses, right? So if you're the boss of the bosses, there's no one else for you to look to. There's no one else for you to get approval from, right? Because you are the source. You are the one that makes those approvals, right? In everyone around you's life. And don't take this literally, but what I mean is like in the people around you, wherever you are an emperor of, right? You're the boss there. So people are looking up to you and looking for your approval. In that same way, in the same way that you would look to an emperor, a parent, a superior for their approval, or just like the way you would look towards a person that has more experience than you, or just anyone that's in a better position than you are. Because we have to be open to learn. That's the way we grow. How can we get to that position if we're not open to learning how they got there, right? Period. So whatever. So this is a person that has earned that position. Thank you. That has earned the position that they have. So you have to put your faith in that title, right? Which is within yourself. So this approval and this performance, if you want to say, this performance of humanity, that you're performing needs to be more authentic, right? Because you are the supreme leader. You know what I'm saying? You are the boss here. And you make the rules on what's normal, what's authentic, what's expected. You make those rules for yourself. It's time to stop looking on the outside for those rules and to be dictated where you need to go. You need to boss up here, right? Embodying this emperor energy, relying on yourself in all aspects, right? Woo! That got a little hot very quickly. Let's pull a couple more cards and see what we're dealing with here. Let's see some of these. I haven't pulled any of these in a little while, and I want to be a little bit more nosy and see where we're going with this. I mean, I do see that this is something. This is about you basically being an acceptance of yourself, right? And following the rules that you create for humanity, which I talk about this all the time. Like, what is your path? What is your God? You know what I mean? And I don't mean the God on the outside and all that. I mean, what is your guidance system? What's important to you? What are the goals you strive for? You know, what makes a powerful person? What makes a divine person? You know what I mean? What are the characteristics and the attributes that you need to have to be that person that you admire, right? You have to be that for yourself. We can't look on the outside, because on the outside, like what we're talking about here, on the outside, people cover up who they really are. Right? So you might be looking up to a person that's full of lies and shame. But when we're looking up to ourselves, we know the ins and outs of what we do, what we strive for. So it's a much clearer and it's a more honest goal, especially when we're looking only to improve on ourselves, not trying to copy or be like someone else. All right, tell me a little bit more about this for Aries energy. My boo. Official status, exclusive relationship, seeing each other openly. So, you did have that King of Cups that first came out. Could be someone that's interested in loving you in public. Could be maybe a sneaky link, or someone like a relationship that didn't get off the ground. Something like that, but now it looks like they want to take it seriously. We've got dirty money, right? And with dirty money, again, I'm going to bring up, again, you being the boss and the leader and basically the goal in your own life. Laundering, steal, illegal. It feels like this person has done some things, whether it's you, your partner, someone you're talking to, this King of Cups, whoever it is. They've done some things that they're not proud of, right? And like I was saying before, we've all done things that we're not proud of. But the goal and the point here is to recognize those things and to make changes so that you can be better in the future, right? So let's just get one more. Let's get one more for Aries energies. Whoop, whoop. I think I know what card that was. I think that was a karmic card. Oh, it wasn't. Lucky break. You got a lucky break. Good fortune, good things coming, turning point. Okay. Now I don't want to stop. I want to be nosy. Okay, so you got good things coming. So this is like, it's kind of like a reward, right? For seeing things, being able to see. Okay, I got it. When I pulled this My Boo card, I was just kind of like, what is this about? But I just got it. This is seeing each other openly, right? Openly seeing yourself, your sins, your faults, right? But also seeing the good things about yourself. You have to see both sides. And by accepting these things and making changes is what brings in these lucky breaks, right? Because we're on a path to learning. And when we learn, we get rewarded. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how it's going to happen, but why not pull a little card and see what we can find out? You know what I mean? Because a lucky break can mean a lot of things. It doesn't necessarily mean money. It could be a relationship. It could be a job. It could be a friendship. It could be a win of money or a resource, some type of resource. It could be something that's completely free but brings you happiness, right? A lucky break can be anything. Like the smallest things, if you look for them, you'll find them, right? Throughout your day, look for the things, the blessings, the little glimmers. You know, because in the shitstorm, there's always going to be little glimmers. And, I mean, what can we do? We might as well embrace them. Okay, let's get one card on this lucky break. Okay, it's you. Revolutions. Astrology deals with time measured by the revolutions of the planets around their star. At the end of each revolution, also called a year, we start all over again and get back up, more evolved and even stronger. The Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, "No person ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and you're not the same person." Oh, exactly what I'm talking about seeing the things within yourself, facing the things within yourself, right? Facing the things that are dirty, dishonest, right? Facing those things and correcting them, right? Being the emperor in your life, creating an example of what you can do, how much better you can do. And like this card is saying, every time you learn a lesson, like I said, you learn a lesson and you get a lucky break, right? And you're not stepping in the same thing twice. Because even though you might be in a similar situation, you might not be the same person because you have experienced things and you have learned, right? And this is all about learning, growing, changing, and just evolving within yourself. You can only be better than you were before, right? You can't be better than anyone else because you don't have their inner workings, the inner details needed to know who that person really is. You only know who one person is in this world. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't want to accept that, but you have to. You only know one person in this world. Yourself, right? You can't lie to yourself. You can't hide from yourself, right? People can hide as much as they want from you. You will never know anyone else outside of your body, outside of your person, outside of this soul better than you know yourself. So that's where change needs to happen. Only within yourself. You can only become better than you were before, right? So that's the mission and that's your goal. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. I love y'all and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.